Another week in the books and another Leeper Flea Market update. I think this is number 5. Don't know for sure until I go look. Okay, as of this morning, we had 255 new members. God, I want to keep saying that. We have, that's because that's what I wrote down, and it's wrong. There. As of this morning, we have 255 members. 27 new ones this week. At that rate, I think I'm pretty safe saying that I don't have to do a snow dive until everybody gets off there and starts getting everybody to start joining the group. I'm not going to worry about it. So you've seen the post, if you didn't watch the video, that if we get 1,000 members by the first of the year, I will go out and dive in the snow in my underwear. So if you want to see an old, fat, bald, hairy guy dive in the snow in his underwear, get us to 1,000. Should be interesting. It's a good challenge to get us to 1,000. I have something else in mind if we at another milestone, but I'm not going to say anything until if we get to this milestone, then I will talk about the other. I'd like to see more people posting and sharing in the group. Feel free to post. You know, I can only post so much, and then it looks like I'm actually taking over and just being a news site where everybody just comes in and reads what I post or what Lynn posts. Lynn's been posting as much as she can. She's busy too. You know, she has a full-time job, so, you know, it's not like all of a sudden she thinks of something to post, she can go post it. So and she works in the evenings for a couple of hours on other stuff for the flea market. Plus her busy time is coming up when she starts doing the craft shows and that, so she has a lot of stuff to get ready for that. That's why we're pushing so hard to get a bunch of stuff done before, because once she starts doing her craft shows and all that, you know, it's going to take up all her time, making her crafts to take to the craft shows and sell on the weekends and that. So it's going to be me. I'll be posting, but I sure could use some help with other people posting. And when you see something you like, you know, feel free to share it. You can share it to your page, or if you're in a group and they don't mind you sharing stuff from other groups, then feel free to post it in that group. And that'll draw in more people to our group, because they'll see what's going on, and they may want to join our group to have some fun with us as well. But we need more likes. No, we don't get likes. Groups don't get likes. Only pages get likes. We have a group. Group gets members. Ooh. Okay. Marketing. Lynn has finally received some responses to her inquiries on a couple of things. In fact, there may be 3. I think she mentioned one other one, but I'm not sure. I'm only going to tell you what I know and what she tells me. I only know what she tells me. We'll put it that way. Yeah, okay. But yeah, she finally got some answers to some inquiries. One of them's the area shopper. I'll show some of the responses that she got in. And if you notice, the area shopper has 80,000 publishes 80,000 papers, and that's I think that's weekly. It's either weekly or bi-weekly. I keep thinking it's weekly, but it may be bi-weekly. I haven't looked into it that far. I've looked into it to do some advertising myself for the arcade and retail. So but I kind of left it at that, because I got busy doing other things, mainly keeping Leeper stocked. So she's gotten inquiries back. Area Shopper was one of them with some pricing. She's going to go over the pricing, and we'll probably come up with an idea what it's going to cost. I think a business card size, that's not very big. But, if that's what we can afford, then that's what we're going to have to do. I'd like to have about the size of 2 business cards, but that's me. It's all in what we can afford to do. The other one is the greater something. It's the horse trader. Greater Pittsburgh Horse Trader. It's another shopping. I think it's another shopping paper, just like the Area Shopper. It's not a newspaper. It's a kind of a ads paper, I guess, with an advertising, so you can advertise in them, and plus put classified ads in there. Area Shopper has all the local auctions in it, plus there's some classifieds, and then there's a lot of advertising, and a lot of people look at it for the advertising, because if they're looking for a car, a new car or a used car, car dealerships put their ads in there. A lot of the grocery stores up here put it in the Area Shopper, like Wegmans, the big ones. Never seen any Wallyland or anything like that. I don't think they do much of that anyway. But that's what the Area Shopper has, a lot of that stuff in it. So people pick it up just to look at the advertising in case, when they're looking for something. And if you're in there and say, hey, Leeper Flea Market, yada, 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 hey, then that's a good place to start in there. Yeah. And the horse trader, like I said, I've never heard of the Pittsburgh Horse Trader, so I have no idea, no clue as to what it is or anything like that. But I do know, I think it's in the picture I showed you, is I think they have 150,000 subscribers to their online. 115 or 150, something like that. All I know is they have a big online support, and so does the Area Shopper. And right now, anything technology, anything online is really popular. Hard copy of stuff is getting kind of pushed off to the side, and everything's kind of going all digital. But so you gotta kind of look at that stuff as well, because that's where most people, they're looking at that stuff on their phone, and that's where they're going to see it, is on their phone. So that's where we want to be, on their phone. Let's see, there is, yep. And Lynn's also working on some areas to put yard signs down around 36, on 36, coming up out of the forest, because there's a lot of people that get off 80 and come up through the forest to go up to Marionville and down towards Vaux-Winkle, down to the campgrounds and all that. They come up that way. Other ones will go down to Shippingville and up, but so we need to have some sort of presence down along 36, letting people know that the flea market is ahead. And the yard signs that we got, which I'll cover here in a little bit, have the arrow on them. They're just like our banners are going to be. We need probably get some yard signs made up with just says flea market ahead, with our same design and all that, just not with the arrow. and that'll definitely help coming up 36, because there's just absolutely nothing up top 36. Up top of our parking lot, there's just no place to put a sign or anything like that. So she's working on that, because people get kind of funny when you want to start pegging stuff in people's front yards. People get kind of a little irritated and a little funny about that. So we need to find some other outlets and other places to put them. But she has a lot of inquiries out, and she's waiting for more and more to come in. And yeah, she did get one back from, what is it, the Clarion, oh crap. I knew I was going to do that, going to draw a blank. I didn't write it down. But anyway, they agreed to put us on their website. Oh well. When I find it, I'll put a little blurb in the middle of my screen telling you what I'm trying to tell you about. Let's see. Okay, now the signs. Yeah, Billy got us the new banners. They're 4x8. She took my list of materials, so I think she's picking up the materials. I don't know if it was going to be this week or next week or whenever, but from the looks of it, looks like we're going to get our sign up before winter. And that's when we need to have it up before winter, so we can have the free advertising all winter and everybody can say, oh, the flea market is still there. Okay, good. She also got us 10 yard signs. That's where the yard signs come in. The yard signs have our logo, look identical to the banners with the arrow. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna have to do some redesigning of that yard sign, so we can have yard signs made up that just say flea market ahead. And that'll work out better, because then you can put flea market ahead, and then other ones come up top, and they'll go pointing down to where we're at. So we have the banners and the yard signs are down in my building. If somebody wants to come down and take a look at them, you're more than welcome to come down, and I will show them off to you. All right, flyers. Okay, I post the flyers, and I didn't hear any complaints from anybody. Everybody that did comment seemed to like them. Got very few likes, but I don't know how many of our vendors actually come in to the group, join the group, and then that's about it. That's kind of the way it goes, I guess. But picked them up this morning. There they are. And they're the Z fold. You just grab it. Oop. Grab it and voila. And then the back. Here, I'll hide you for a second. Let me fix my cobweb. Well, fine. I hate this stuff. Okay, anyway. There's our flyers. I'll have them with me. I got 250 of them. Because, you know, let's face it, they're not free. So I got us 250 of them. I'll have them down at the building if anybody wants to come down and pick up some to take and put out. I'm not chasing anybody around to force them on you. If you want them, I have them. Like I said, there's only 250, so you're not going to come and ask me for 100 of them, because I'm not going to give you 100 of them. They have to last for a little while anyway, and then we need to get some of them out there and see what kind of response we get from it, and see what people think. And yes, I know the season's winding down, but we do need to work on this as much as possible, so we're ready for next season. Right now we're working mainly on everything for next season, and we have to get that stuff done ahead of time. If we don't, everybody's going to be rushing around and trying to get stuff done in March or April, and it's kind of late. That stuff should already be out there, and people should be looking at it. And I joined some groups around my area here on Facebook. And if they will allow me, I will be posting and sharing stuff to those groups from the flea market. I already shared to one group, and that's Up Here at the Lake. Yes, it's called Up Here at the Lake. If you're not familiar with it, years ago, we have a lot of people up here from Pittsburgh that come up during the summer, and you would always hear them on their phone when they're talking to somebody down in Pittsburgh. They said, "Yeah, I'm up here at the lake." So they formed a group, and it's called Up Here at the Lake. I share a lot of our stuff in there because there's a lot of people in there that also would come down to the flea market. We're only an hour's drive, and most people will drive an hour to go to a flea market. Yes, we have one up in Waterford that we kind of compete with as far as the people here, but one weekend they may go up to Waterford, and next weekend they'll come down to Leeper, or Waterford Flea Market's only on Sunday, so it would be really good for them to come down to see us on Saturday, because that's our busy day, and that's when all the tailgaters are there. So hopefully that pans out to something for us and helps us out there. But the other groups, as long as they'll let me, I will post stuff from the flea market in there. If they throw me out, then fine. I didn't want to be in their stinking group anyway. So if you belong to any of those groups and you see some stuff in there from me, that's why. Okay. So if you like I said, if you belong, okay. I just picked up the flyers. I showed you that. God, I'm ahead of myself here. Okay. But don't forget to invite people to the flea market and to the group. We need as many people in the group as we can get. And remember, if we hit that 1,000 mark, I will be diving in the snow. And post and share. Make sure you post and make sure you share. Okay, quick recap here. Yep, we have 255 members as of this morning, 27 new this week. Marketing, Lynn's finally starting to get some replies back from her inquiries, mainly the area shopper and the Pittsburgh Horse Trader and the Clarion. Like I said, I'll look that up. Billy got us our signs and yard signs. I have them down at the building if you want to take a look at them. Let's see, I'm working on some other things as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. Some of the stuff I'm working on is I'm designing a t-shirt for our 40 years. We're going with 40 years because Craig bought the flea market 40 years ago, and before that, nobody can remember if there was anything there or not. So, if it was, fine. We don't know about it. So we're going with the 40 years. He bought it in '84. This is our 40th year. So next year we can't say this is our 40th anniversary, because that would be wrong. We can just say that we're celebrating 40 years as a flea market. I like outdoor market better myself, but it's a flea market. Other things I'm working on too. is designing something different for t-shirts, which, you know, the 40-year angle. Nothing else. I have a box sitting over there with some new transfers that just came in. That's mainly stuff that's for our retail and the arcade. But I think I do have the small transfers in there for coffee mugs. I got some coffee mugs in. Then I'm going to be putting transfers on coffee mugs, and we'll see how those look. I'm pretty sure I got them for the Leeper Flea Market logo and the Sunday coffee break. I think I got those ones. I won't know until I open the box and see what comes in. I have some for Mom's retail and some for my arcade, like I said. I'll be working on that stuff this afternoon. And t-shirts, I picked up a couple V-neck t-shirts. Even up at in the stores, women's V-neck t-shirts are kind of hard to find. And it's got me kind of wondering as if, you know, people aren't selling them, because you can sell a unisex t-shirt and anybody can buy it and wear it. Well, there's some people that don't like the collar on the unisex, and so they would rather have a women's V-neck. Plus they fit different too, the women's t-shirts. So I'm looking at those. I got some. I'm going to put some transfers on them and see how they look, and see what kind of response we get out of those. Because, you know, my logic is that if you don't see them out there and people aren't making them, why? Is it because people don't want to buy them, or is it because it's just easier to get all unisex t-shirts and print them and sell those, and anybody can buy them? But there's a lot of women that would rather have a women's t-shirt. So, you know, see a need, fill a need. So I'll be working on those, and I'll see how they look and turn out, and I'll probably bring some of them down this weekend and let people take a look at them and see what they think of the women's V-neck t-shirts. Sweatshirts are tough. I want to do hoodies, but hoodies are just way too expensive right at the moment for me to afford to buy and bring in a bunch of them, 20 hoodies. They're just too expensive for me to do that right at the moment. But I do want to do hoodies. You know, this is hoodie season. We're coming up on hoodie season, and a lot of people wear hoodies. Mainly me. I live in hoodies in the winter. I have a pullover hoodie that I wear, and then I put my hoodie jacket on, and that's all I wear all winter. I don't have a winter coat. I just wear clothes. I hate winter coats. They're too bulky. So that's the t-shirts. That's what I'm doing. I forgot to mention any of that. And I've joined a bunch of groups, and hopefully they'll let me post some stuff in there about the flea markets and flea market. And we'll get some more exposure and that way as well. But I'll be working on it all winter. I'm going to push the flea market as hard as I can all winter, so keep it fresh in everybody's mind that we're down there, and we can start getting more people in and more vendors. And that's the whole goal. Again, don't forget to invite. Don't forget to post in the group, and don't forget to share stuff out of the group that you like. And if you do like something, by all means hit the like button. At least let me know that somebody's looking at it. So that's going to do it for the update for this week, update number 5. And I will probably see you next week, because I think I got enough stuff coming up that I'll be able to have another update next week. So everybody have a great week next week, and have a great weekend this weekend. It's going to be nice, and it's going to be warm. Till next week. See ya.